since Astra and Yoru have been out for a little while now, everyone's figured the agents out, how they play, and like if they're good or not, right? I want to make an updated tier list to my previous tier list with all the new things, like all the Viper changes and all the different agent changes recently. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update on my opinion where I think all these agents lie. A big part of my opinion is going to lie on what utility they have for team play. So like if this person has an ability that helps their teammates a lot more, I'm going to be labeling them way higher on the list than agents that are just more selfish and for themselves. All right, so I'd really appreciate it if you guys went and checked out my twitch.tv/CaMbCaMb. But let's get right into this. First one, Breach, B tier. I'm putting him B tier, but he could be like higher up on the B tier because he is so good for utility. I don't think he quite deserves a spot at A, just because like a lot of maps he's just not as good. Like you can't really play him on Breeze, you can't really play him on Icebox. So I think he's like a really high B. Flash is absolutely insane. Stun, absolutely insane. His ult, insane. Like all of his abilities are super helpful for a team comp coordination. When I play Breach, I almost feel like I'm like in a movie. Like I'm just sitting there watching my team play the game. But like the amount of value you get out of flashing your teammates in, like flashing a Jett in or flashing a Raze in, and like stunning the enemies and just getting good value out of the utility. Breach is a really good agent for like that support role on a team. But like I said, some maps he doesn't get that same value, so that's why he's a little bit lower on this list. Brimstone, C tier. Like I guess you could keep him, I guess you can put him B tier maybe, but I'm just gonna keep him C, maybe high C if you want. My reasoning behind this is he is just not as good as the other controllers. Like if you compare him to the other controllers provide way more utility to a team. Like I'd much rather have an Omen or an Astra, for example. But like Brimstone has his ult is good, his molly is good for like stopping pushes and post plants, right? But his stim beacon, absolutely useless ability. If you throw a stim beacon underneath my feet while we're pushing into a bomb site, bro, I'm whiffing every shot because I didn't expect that to be under my feet. If you're a Brimstone main, stop just throwing that under people's feet for no good reason, please. Like just use it for yourself, so like everyone else doesn't whip their shots because of you. Cypher, let's go A. I think Cypher is one of the best sentinels in the game. He's absolutely insane. You guys know me, I'm a Killjoy main. I like playing Killjoy. I don't have as much fun playing Cypher, but in terms of what this agent provides for his team, absolutely immaculate, right? You got the camera to just get info all over the map. Like on a map like Haven, Cypher is just so much better than Killjoy because you can have that camera mid to make sure they don't push. You can have the trips A and C so they can't push. Like Cypher just locks down that area way better than a Killjoy would, for example, because Killjoy just has the turret. Like the Killjoy can only watch one angle, and the Killjoy is gonna be near the turret, so the Killjoy is just gonna watch the one angle with the turret and probably like swing off of it. But Cypher, camera, trips, just so insane for attack and defense. The cages provide so much utility for his team. Like as a Cypher, you can help yourself get out on a site using the cages. So I think Cypher's A tier. He's really good. Now a lot of people won't agree with me on this opinion. Jett C. Reasoning behind Jett C is she doesn't provide that much utility to her team. She's a very selfish character. But Cam, she provides a good entry. She makes good space for her team. Yeah, bro. But guess what? Jett throws a smoke. Jett dashes into smoke. Then Jett peeks out of smoke and takes a gunfight and hopes she wins the gunfight. Like the only good piece of utility Jett has is her ability to move and dash in and out of gunfights, and like being able to updraft on off angles, and being able, her knives being able to run and shoot, like, you know, running and jumping and being accurate with the knives. But I just don't think Jett is that good, and this is my opinion. I would rather have any other duelist, obviously besides Yoru. I'd rather have any other duelist on my team, as they just provide more utility to making space. The biggest issue I have with Jett is you have to dry peek a lot. You have no utility. You don't have a boom bot, you don't have a flash, like you don't have anything to help you like clear out angles. So you're literally just dry peeking as many angles as you can, hoping you get traded, and I really don't like that mentality. So that's why I have Jett C tier. Let me know in the comments where you guys think Jett should go, because I know that's gonna be my most controversial one. But next up we got Omen. I'm gonna have to put A, maybe lower side of A, but I think Omen's really good. Omen is just gonna be a must pick over Brimstone because of the flash. Single-handedly, the flash is why he is so high on this list. His ult, mediocre. His smokes, really good. I like how fast they can come back, and you can make plays with your team by, you can have the default smokes and then they regenerate, and you can like keep putting smokes down if you want to play slow. But that flash is so good. The amount of team plays you can flash and then Jett will dash up ramp, or you flash and then Raze will satchel up ramp, or be heaven, like all over split is just Omen's going to be like the best for like having that flash team play coordination, and that's why Omen is just way higher on this list in my opinion. Next up, Phoenix. I'm putting Phoenix B tier. So in my opinion, Phoenix is the all-around agent, like the all-around duelist. He can do everything, right? He's got the flash to help him clear corners. He has the wall as like a controller to try to get out. He's got that like entry ability, right? Then he's got the molly to help himself heal like Reyna, and the wall. And then he's got the his molly to help him clear corners. Like he's all around like one of the best duelists in the game. And on top of his ult being 6 and that good, Phoenix ult is absolutely insane. You just farm his ults, you can win the round every 2 rounds. If you get Phoenix both orbs and he dies, you can ult every 2 to 3 rounds. You can make insane plays. Phoenix is a really good duelist. The only issue he's not higher on this list is because some maps he's just not good. Icebox, his flashes don't get that good of value. On a map like Breeze, his flashes won't get that good of value. So that's why I put Phoenix B, but I really like Phoenix. Next up, Raze A tier. People might think Raze needs to be a little bit lower, but the Boombot is like kind of single-handedly why I have this agent so high on this list, is because the Boombot is just so good at clearing angles and making space that like that's just something Jett doesn't have. That's not something Phoenix doesn't have. It's kind of like having Sova drone, you know, like Raze has that little bit of an ability to clear out all of these angles that just help the team so much. And like the amount of support with the Raze nade, when you ult into a site, like you didn't even have to get a kill. It's just the fact that all the enemies run out of the site. You can basically get a bomb site for free with Raze ult now, because people don't challenge Raze ult like they used to. A lot of people just run away from it, and you just get site for free, regardless of people saying Rose ult, you didn't get a kill, but like you provided so much utility to your team with that. I just think Raze is just like one of the best characters to have on your team, and like one of the funnest characters to coordinate with. And just, you can't even argue with the off angles, the movement you can get with the character too. Just really good. Sage, A tier as well. Reason I put Sage on A tier is because of how creative people are getting with the walls and the utility with this character. Like Sage is literally a must pick agent in my opinion for a map like Split and Icebox. You literally cannot plant the spike down on B site on Icebox without Sage. Like you will just get shot through that box. So Sage is just a really good agent in today's meta, and I like having a Sage on my team. Just like, it's not even about the heal, like, and not even about the res. Like, obviously those are amazing abilities, but it's just having all of that delay with the Sage wall and the Sage slows that is just so helpful to a team comp. And information wise with the wall, people shoot it, people don't. It just helps a lot. It's a really good pick. If you guys can't tell by now, I'm a really big fan of like the double initiator meta, or like the one duelist meta. Double controller, like I just love everything, but just having 10 duelists on a team, do you know what I mean? But S tier, obviously Sova. You just watch me drag it there. Sova is one of the best agents in the game, if not the best agent in the game. The amount of utility he provides to his team, he makes more space than any other agent in the game. He can clear more angles, more corners at the like highest speeds compared to every other like agent in the game. Like if you take the time to learn Sova's recon darts and you learn his shock darts, then you learn how to coordinate that with your team. Having good darts land on when people are executing a site and a dart's above their head, you're gonna ping 4 people and get free kills. Like if you can land a good recon dart attacking coordinated perfectly with your teammates or pushing in, like you can get so much value out of Sova. And if you learn the double shock darts, you can just get hella kills in coordination with Astra. All right, next up, Viper B tier. So they made it so her walking through abilities only do 30 now instead of 50, which I think is a fair update. A little bit before she'd probably be A tier, but since they lowered that, definitely B tier. But she provides a lot for her team in post plant. She's a great controller. Her ult is almost guaranteed a free round if you can plant the bomb and get it in there, or if they push into your ult for whatever reason. Her delay is insane. You can literally just sit back and probably you can stop like a choke point for like over 60 seconds with the smoke orb and the wall going up and down and the snake bites in between. You could just delay for so long, making it so painful to push a bomb site. And then if you can coordinate it so like they're pushing through your util as they're walking in, like you're just gonna get so much value because they're gonna be so decayed. Next up, Reyna C. She doesn't provide anything to her team like Jett. She literally has those 2 flashes. You throw the 2 flashes, and that's all you have for the team coordination. Now, if you take Reyna and say, dude, Reyna's a great pub character, great one-man army character. Like, if you're super talented, like, she's like one of the best characters to play in ranked. I'm not gonna doubt you on that. Like, I wholeheartedly agree. But when I'm like, if you think about like pro play or competitive play in terms of utility and teamwork you have with the agents on your roster, I would much rather take a Phoenix Raze combination, or like, she's definitely still a pick over Jett. I like Reyna a lot more than Jett, in my opinion. Reyna's definitely a pick over Jett, but I'd rather just have a Raze or just a Phoenix and then run more initiators or controllers to provide more utility for the team. Because if you have a Sova and a Skye, like, you're making so much space for your team already. You don't really need a Jett to do that for you, if that makes sense. But let's move on. Killjoy, B tier. Can't put Killjoy A tier because her utility all has to be in range. Now, I've gotten really good at making setups to avoid Raze grenades, avoid Raze stuff, to like avoid everything getting broken. But the longer you play Killjoy, the craftier you get and the more value you get out of her utility. So like, you swing off her turret, you can make plays. You find really good setups online, like on my YouTube channel, you get some fire Killjoy setups going and you can make insane plays with Killjoy, but she just doesn't provide that same useful level of information as Cypher does. And Killjoy can lock down a bomb site and anchor it really well, but I feel like Cypher's information for like holding flanks when you're attacking is just so much better than Killjoy, thus he's A, Killjoy B. All right, move on. Skye A tier 100%. Her flashes is 3 pieces of utility that give you information. Then her dog, information. So it's kind of just like equivalent to how useful Sova is with the information, because you got the drone and the dart to clear out all these corners. Skye's got 3 flashes to clear out these corners. Even if people turn away from the flashes, you hear the noise, you know they're there. You have that information that will have one person still be main, even if everyone else is A. Like, you know that information. And then the dog, you can just clear corners. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna get dog bites and like people are gonna swing off of it and get kills, but like, the amount of utility and information that this character brings to the table. If you run a Sova, Skye, and then like a Raze or a Phoenix, and then you run your controller and a Sentinel, like, your comp is actually god tier in my opinion. Like, she provides so much to the team and helps so much, and she can pick up that flash role for your team. But your Skye has to be good, because Skye is one of the hardest character in the game to learn mechanically, to like get down, because those flashes are hard to make good value out of and like not flashing your teammates. But if you can get that down, you can be an insane Skye player. Next up, Yoru, C tier. Yoru's really good right now on bind, so like you can walk through the teleporter, put the footsteps down, the footsteps will stroll right out of the teleporter and look, it's a fake, and then you just swing out of the teleporter later in that round and get a free kill. Like, on bind, he's really good. And on top of it, if you like buy a judge and you ult, you literally run into an enemy, and if they don't insta one tap you as you're getting out of your ult, all you have to do is land a single judge shot and you get a free kill. Like, if you stay out of the range, so the enemies know you're ulting but they didn't know where you are, you pull out of the ult, they turn around, one shot judge, you're just out of the game already. Like, I've seen people being really creative with Yoru and making him better, but in terms of utility he provides for his team, it's not that good. He's like kind of like Jett, where he kind of just has to frag. His TP can be good if you're good with it, like on Breeze and on like more open maps where people don't really know how to watch the flank as well. Like, I feel like Breeze and Bind are like the best maps for him, but I would just rather not have him on my team comp ever, because he just doesn't provide utility to his team. Although, if you're playing for fun and you're playing like unrated, or you're just trying to have fun, like, he's definitely a fun character to play, though. You can't take that away. All right, last but not least, Astra has to be S tier, because the amount of coordination with this character is hard. But if you can get an Astra that's insane with like her timings, so she knows when to pop the smokes and the sucks and those kind of things, insane. Like, if an enemy team is fast popping a bomb site, Astra has 2 stars in the doorway. One's a smoke, one's a suck, or one's a stun, one's a suck, and then you're screwed. You literally can't enter the bomb site. So many times I've just had an Astra on my team suck a doorway while the enemies are trying to execute a bomb site. I just get 3 kills. Like, it's just so free, the amount of util she provides, and makes it so they can't push a bomb site. On top of the fact that she just has smokes she can put down and pick up literally anywhere at any time. Like, if you're a good Astra, you can get that shit down super fast, snappy, and you could just provide so much utility to your team. Not even talking about the combinations with the Raze nade, the shock darts. You guys seen in ranked game, someone put down an Astra suck. As I was shooting a double shock dart, it pulled the Sova in out of his drone, pulled another guy into it, double shock darts hit him, double kill, we win that round. Big plays. Astra, insane. So once again, Drop in the comments, guys, what you guys think about this. Where do you guys think these agents lie? If you disagree with any of my opinions, let me know. Don't be toxic to each other in the comment section. It's all just opinions. Everyone has their own. Doesn't mean anything's right or wrong. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I'd really appreciate if you guys went over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/CaMbCaMb. Check out my Twitch streams. I stream every day from 11 a.m. CST to 5 p.m. I'd really appreciate it. And once again, thank you guys for watching. Everyone have a great day.